Greetings, nerdlings, and welcome to AmalgamNation Presents World of Lorecraft Gnoll Edition. We're doing this today instead of on a Tuesday or Thursday because I wanted to take a break from gaming vids and I didn't have an unboxing ready to go. So I decided to do something that would speed up the whole World of Lorecraft thing because there is a shit ton of lore to go through. Like, for example, we're on Gnoll. Coming up just this week, we have Goblin and Grell, followed by Harpy and Kobold next week. Then the week after there's Magnetor and Macrura, and the week after that there's Murloc and Pandaren, followed by Pygmy, Quilboar, Tauren, Troll, Tuskar and Wolvar. And that's just in the native to Azeroths. There's a shit ton. And this is just the races. Then there's weapons, there's towns, a lot to go through, and this helps speed it up a little. So onto the Gnoll lore. Gnolls are one of the younger races of Lordaeron, indigenous to both the Alterac Mountains and the Red Ridge Range far to the south. These hyena-like humanoids are extremely aggressive and are often found quarrelling amongst themselves. Though relatively intelligent compared to most beasts, they are not very bright by human standards. They have been known to manipulate each other into fights over ridiculous things, such as whose shadow is larger. It has often been stated that the Gnolls would be quite a fearsome race if they ever stopped tearing each other to pieces long enough to organise themselves into an army. Gnolls are known for their beastly cunning, their ferocious tempers, and their penchant for infighting. Though more intelligent than beasts, they tend to lack the finer reasoning of other sentient races. They enjoy fighting almost too much. Gnolls make their home in Lordaeron in the Alterac Mountains and the Red Ridge Mountains. They have spread throughout Azeroth, even to Kalimdor, where they compete with other aggressive humanoids for hunting ground. Their tendency to challenge each other over petty matters prevents them from achieving any real unity and thus lessens their overall threat. This is fortunate, for their numbers are such that they could easily overrun other races of equivalent strengths. Occasionally Gnolls hire out as mercenaries, either as individuals or in small packs of 2 to 5 warriors. Gnolls are hyena-like humanoids standing at about 5 feet tall. Gnolls of the same tribe tend to share a similar appearance with either a reddish-brown, black, greenish-grey or yellow mane. Their eyes range in colour from pale blue to bloodshot red and are typically small and close set in the head. In wet conditions they give off a distinctive musky odour. As carnivores, Gnolls consider all creatures as food, including members of their own race. Hunger, not gold or magic, is what motivates them. They have no love for other races, preferring to eat rather than work with them. Any alliances made will last only as long as the Gnolls are well fed or are cowed with displays of force. Gnolls, being lazy and feral, have little natural industry. They are capable of limited crafting but no metalwork. They do not mine or farm, relying instead on a nomadic existence and hunting. Gnolls like to attack when they have the advantage of numbers, using group tactics and their physical strength to overwhelm and knock down their opponents. They show little discipline in battle unless they have a strong leader. At such times they can maintain ranks and fight as a unit. While they do not usually prepare traps, Gnolls do use ambushes and try to attack from a flanking position. They always take special care to seek the most favourable conditions possible, such as darkness, cover, or some other form of advantageous condition or terrain when laying ambushes. Gnolls are known for their habits as raiding marauders or hired soldiers. Though they have average intelligence, they are easily duped by promises of food or treasure. Gnoll culture. Gnoll society is organised entirely around might. The strongest and deadliest Gnolls ascend in the tribal order to become the leaders, while the weaker Gnolls soon become food for the rest. This lifestyle means the average Gnoll tribe is always in a state of tension. The slightest sign of weakness in those leading can cause the tribe to turn upon itself in a frenzy of violence. It also prevents the Gnolls from organising for very long into anything more than a tribe. Gnoll society displays a limited specialisation. Brutes are the largest and nastiest Gnolls, made stronger by their privileged position in the food chain. Gnoll assassins are noted for their intelligence and use complex weapons such as bows and poisons. Gnoll poachers act as scouts and hunters for the Gnoll tribes and use weapons taken from prey. Gnoll wardens have developed a magical connection with nature and use their powers to keep the other Gnolls in line. Gnolls do well as hunters or warriors. Their inborn aggression and decidedly cruel nature drive them to pursue their quarry for the sheer pleasure of the capture and usually the kill. Gnoll spellcasters tend to be shaman with strong elemental and warlike tendencies. Occasionally a Gnoll might join an adventuring party in pursuit of a common enemy. Sometimes a Gnoll is ousted from Gnoll society and must make his way in the world outside. Adventuring bands who value aggressive, persistent hunters and warriors may allow a Gnoll to join them. Gnoll characters may take up with either alliance or horde, depending on which group has been their primary enemy. More often than not though, they join the horde. A few operate independently, hiring themselves out as mercenaries to the highest power. Gnolls are strong-limbed and fierce, but they are poor planners with little forethought and deficient leadership qualities. The Defias Brotherhood have been known to ally with Gnolls occasionally. Gnolls are extremely violent creatures. They have been known to pick lethal fights with each other over such insane arguments such as who has the longest shadow. Many wonder how these pugnacious creatures ever stand each other long enough to breed. They only gather in large groups when the opportunity for battle or plunder arises. They make vicious if unreliable mercenaries, as they will go anywhere they can be offered a good fight. It is believed by some that if the Gnolls were ever to put aside their differences long enough to band together into a single group, they would make a formidable army. Lazy and feral, Gnolls prefer to pillage and steal what they want rather than working for it. The largest, strongest Gnoll in a group is known as the Brute. He is the de facto leader of the tribe, and all others submit to him. Brutes are allowed to take the best loot from raids, leave what they don't want for the others to fight over. While most Gnolls use melee or ranged weapons, some can use shamanistic or even warlock magic. Their favoured weapons are maces or other blunt weapons and crossbows. They prefer blunt weapons because they break bones, as marrow is considered a delicacy, and because they are easy to make. When dealing with magic, Gnolls prefer the nature and lightning skulls. Smaller Gnolls and runts are used as assassins and scouts because of their agility. Gnolls are known to build small settlements with permanent structures such as gnoll huts and to mine gold. Gnolls have been seen using complex mining techniques such as rail carts and have been seen in extremely remote and dangerous locations mining gold. They have been sighted in the Jangalode mine allied with the Defias Brotherhood. Many Gnolls can be seen wearing a round crest with a paw print in the middle. This symbol is seen in many tribes, and its exact meaning is unknown to other races. Gnolls are known to wear leather and metal armour and always wear clothes. Gnoll languages. Gnolls speak Low Common, though some speak with a broken Common. Gnolls learn the languages of those they interact with. These are the languages spoken by the races most likely to interact with Gnolls: Common, Darnassian, Orcish, Thalasian, and Zandali. The language Gnoll is a language known by the skeletal mage Chok Eta. However, it is apparently no longer spoken by Gnolls, or is another name for their dialect of Low Common. A few Gnolls knew Common as a primary language, or at least broken Common. However, this appears to be uncommon in recent times. Thank you for watching or listening, whichever one you've chosen to do. If you are listening to this, you've just clicked play and you're not paying any attention to the actual vid, please go back and have a quick glance. I have started to put images in with the vids. This has been going on for several vids now. I'm not sure exactly when it started. I can't remember, to be honest, but it's been going on for a while. So check it out and you'll see what the Gnolls look like if you don't already know. And as always, remember, play to game and game to play.